Hi there, people. This is Spray Love, and I just made a video on a Britney Spears fragrance called Believe. And after my bath that I talked about, do take care of yourselves. People out there, it's good to take care of yourself. And I took a nice bath that was really invigorating. And the fragrance was all gone, so I was like, oh, I think it's time for a very nice fragrance for like going to sleep or like being calm, and I found that one in my collection that I did talk about. Like, I talked about this already. It's one of those fragrances I just love and love and love. At first, when I first heard about that fragrance, I thought it was going to be parodically cliche and very bland. It was my my sister's husband that was like intrigued by that fragrance, because it was a fragrance that is conceived around the idea of yin and yang, and the balance, having a perfect balance in the fragrance, and how this is like very calming and soothing, yet still very alluring. And I was like, this is not gonna do that. But I was also intrigued by the fact that it's called L'Odyssée pour Homme, yet it is a white floral fragrance. And that is something that I was quite intrigued by, because it's very rare that you will find actual white floral fragrances for men. It's just very rare that are like the actual people like that they are aiming for are actually men. This is really interesting. So I was kind of also thinking that it might be an kind of office fragrance, something that is very soapy, yet it is not. This fragrance contains notes of like right off, like right away I can smell like the classic combination of white florals such as lily of the valley, jasmine, and lotus flower, which is really, really nice. I really adore lotus flower. This fragrance smells a bit like it smells a bit like fruit, maybe yuzu, maybe something like that, and it's very good. There's actually something today that gave me the idea of wearing that fragrance, and it's that I met a girl that was wearing a fragrance, and I was like, oh yeah, you're wearing something that smells like a bit of yuzu, a bit of lotus flower. And she was like, yes, it's actually some of the notes contained in the fragrance. And she was like, I'm wearing l'Odyssée pour femme. And I was like, it's amazing. It was perfect on her, and it was so amazing. It was like, I feel a bit ashamed. It's kind of an old fragrance, but it's the only one that I really like. And I was like, but it's awesome, and it's a great signature scent. But also, like there's always other fragrances to discover, and I agree. But these fragrances are so unique because no one, like a lot of people tried to copy the Issey Miyake fragrances from that time, and it always seemed to smell like urinal cake. But those one, not at all. It smells zen, it smells fruity, it smells flowery, it's white florals. And in this one, there's a good base of like spices and woodiness, but it's mostly very rounded, very nice. A bit like, it smells a bit also like honeydew. It's just a really, really nice fragrance overall. It's something also that, yes, won't offend much people. Maybe some people will attack your virility if you're a man and wearing that. But I mean, we don't give a damn about all of this nonsense talk. But it's an amazing fragrance, and I have received a lot of compliments on that fragrance. And sometimes it was reported like that. People were like, "Oh my God, he always smells so good, and this time he really smells good." There was some times that people went to me and was like, "You always smell good with your fragrances, but now what are you wearing? It's really, really good." And it is good. It's L'Odyssée pour Homme is really good. It's not offensive. Most people will really like it. It's not a bold choice at all. It's absolutely, for a man, maybe wearing a white floral is a bold choice, but not that much. And if you consider, it's pretty much like a very ordinary fragrance to wear nowadays. And since it's been there since the 90s, so we kind of got used to it. I heard there is Lacoste Blanc, which is another white floral that was aimed at men, and I am very curious at smelling it, but I haven't got the chance, and it seems that it's very cheap too. So, but I won't collection all those white florals out there. But one of my favorite notes is Muguet, Lily of the Valley, and it is very strong in this one. It is a fragrance that will automatically make me like feel calm, and it takes headaches away. It does wonders for me, really, not just for like wearing it and having the fragrance boost and everything. It's more of a fragrance that is passive for me. It's something that is more like a medicine, when I don't feel that good. Oh, I put this on. Oh, I feel just really fine. It's a fragrance that just helps get healthy, but it is not. I don't reach for it that often because it is not very effervescent. It is not very energy boosting, confidence boosting, or anything. But people really love it too. So this can give you a boost of energy because people will really like that one. And I think that there is some Edion in that too. People really like Edion. It's a chemical compound that just messes with the brain at the right places for human contacts, and mostly also like sexual attraction and stuff, which is not the point in wearing L'Odyssée, but I think that there is some of that component in there that just makes people really like, oh, this smells just really nice, and it makes me feel happier. Like just smelling it, it's just right now I've put it on and I'm like, this is so nice. It just brings you into a world of, for me, it's like a world of dreams. It's a dreamlike quality, but a nice dream, but it's still a dreamlike quality, so perfect for going to sleep too. So this is things you might consider, and it is insanely cheap. I think I bought this. It's one of the larger sizes. It's a jumbo size. I think maybe 200 ml, 125 ml, and no kidding. I think it cost me like $30, 35, something like that. I got it on discount, but it's insanely cheap for the greatness and the perfect balance that this fragrance has. And I think I say that in my last video about it. It's the balance that just is great. This one is just, it's amazing. And why just pass on something amazing that makes me feel good? And I don't wear it that often, but when I wear it, I'm just so happy. I'm just so well. It's it's like buying Tylenols, but you don't take Tylenols, and you just spray some really nice smell. And I do wear it sometimes. Sometimes I just reach for it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm feeling sweet and very very nice today, and very calm and in my head and dreamy. It helps for artistic purposes too, because you're more focused in your head. You're more in tune with what you have inside yourself. It's like kind of an introverted fragrance, even though I'm an extroverted person. This is kind of like an introverted, or gets me into an introverted mood, which is perfect for creation. So I encourage artists out there to reach out for that fragrance too. And thanks for listening. Do subscribe if you like. Spread love. Spray love. Bye bye.